Hello everyone, and welcome to my Liberace Christmas card exhibition called Too Much of a Good Thing is Wonderful. It's at the Museum of Cambridge, and as you can probably see from this room, it's actually housed in a 17th century coaching inn. My exhibition is in 3 cabinets. Here's one of them. And we'll just have a little bit of a closer look at some of the cards. Now, as probably some of you know, Liberace sent Christmas cards to his fan club from 1953 to the year before he died in 2006. And here we are. I've got nearly all the cards. I think I've got 29 out of the 34 he sent, although there's a couple of mysteries in there that I'd like your help with if possible. Here's a little bit of a glimpse of some of the other exhibits in this fantastic room in the Museum of Cambridge. That's one of the other cabinets that we'll have a look at in a while. And you can also see we've got some items that people can put on and have their photo taken in front of the gold panel there just for some fun, which they can tweet and Facebook. Okay, so let's go and have a closer look at the main cabinet, and we'll start with the first card that I have, which is the 1954 card. So here we are. This is the 1954 card, and as you can see it's a relatively simple card, but note the hole in the centre. There's Liberace and his brother George. This card was designed to be folded back on itself and actually put on a record player, and as you can see the circle there is actually a record. Onto the 1955 card here, which features Liberace, his mother Frances, Jane, George's wife, brother George and Rudy. I'm missing the cards from 1956 and 57. 56 was a card, 57 was a letter, and Liberace telling his fans that he was going to give the money to charity, which he did on a couple of occasions. This card, as you can see, is very similar to the 1955 card in that it's a postcard double-sided with Liberace and his brother George. Next is part of the mystery, 1959 and 1960. I know nothing about these cards. I've not even seen a picture of them, so I don't know if they exist. So if anybody has any information, I'd love to hear from you. The 1961 card is a lovely card. It's a gilt card, and there's Liberace in a wonderful gold jacket and bow tie. On the front of the card is the words "Let there be peace," and on the inside there it says "Let it begin with me." 1962, look at this, it's a massive card, and there's Liberace next to a really beautiful Christmas tree. Inside there are some musical notes with you a Merry Christmas for this 1962, and I'll be seeing you in 1963. Here's the 1963 card. Again, another very large card, and this one has 2 panels that open out to show the scene of the Nativity. And here's the wording up close, and then on the other side there's Liberace's trademark signature with his piano. It's a lovely card. I should just say, before we move on too far, the reason I know the dates of many of the cards is that when I've collected them, I've tried to collect them with their original mailing envelopes, so I have the postmark on them, so that's why I know the dates. Now this card, I believe, is the 1964 card. However, I'm not sure about that because I don't have the original mailing envelope. The card has also been slightly altered in that I believe it's been cut across the bottom, so something in this card is missing. So again, if anybody knows anything about this card, please let me know. 1965. This is a lovely card, simple in many ways in that it's just a candelabra, but it's beautifully done. So it's embossed in silver and red foil, and with a lovely red ribbon on it. Again, here's the wording inside the card and Liberace's signature. I'm missing the card from 1966. I'm pretty sure there was one, and I think I know what it looks like, but I don't have it in my collection. Here we moved into the next section of the cabinet, and this is the card from 1967. A beautiful sort of cream and green card with Liberace's seal on it. I've seen that seal used quite a lot on many sort of Liberace items. Again, Liberace at his piano, backed by a beautiful Christmas tree, really lovely. 1968, lovely sort of turquoise card with silver gilt edges and Santa tripping on a keyboard heavenwards. This card also came with a postcard, which you can see just there. This is 1969, which is possibly my favourite card, simply because of this wonderful picture of Liberace in what I like to call a firework jacket of gold and black. Welcome to the 1970s, and look at this Liberace in a white Nehru jacket with a fantastic gold tie. Very nice card. 1971 is a sort of a flock. It's actually a textured card and opens up into a little book with lots of photos of Liberace as Santa. 1972, the very first of the pop-up cards, and here's Liberace seated at his piano. Really fantastic. Brace yourself as we move on to the next section of the cabinet, because here are a lot of the pop-up cards. 1973. A silver foil card with Liberace wearing a fantastic white fur coat. Marvellous, just marvellous. 1974. This card opens up and Liberace is sort of suspended like a mobile. 75. Now this card is just wonderful. Liberace is sort of like a rocket, and you had to assemble this card. And as you can see on his little finger there, a nice little crystal detail as well, very nice. So then on to 1976. This card I've seen quite a lot of. It's possibly the most common card that I've seen of Liberace in his car. This card has been featured on the Facebook page quite a lot. It's the 1977 Advent Calendar, and here we are in 1978. Another great card in silver foil with Liberace backed by a Christmas tree. Another one of my favourites, this is the Joy card, and in fact it's the very first card that I collected, so it's got rather a special place in my heart, this one. And also, you know, what a lovely sentiment, just joy, and then with Liberace picked out in the centre of the O. 1980, another pop-up card, this time Liberace dancing on the keys. Here is the front of the card with the words "A Holiday Note To," and then you can see the rest of the Christmas greeting inside. Wish you a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Years. Here's the 1981 card, another beautiful pop-up silver foil card. And then we move on to 1982. As you can see, I've got two examples of this one, and interestingly enough, one of them features snow in the background on the foil and the other one doesn't, so whether there were a couple of different print runs of this one, I don't know. 1983 is a card that you can fold together to make a Christmas decoration for your tree. In 1984, Liberace sent a very simple card informing his fans that he was donating the money to charity. In 1985, it's a silver card made to look like a small gift with the words "Merry Christmas" on the front. And his very final card in 1986 is a sort of pop-up card made to look like a star with the piano keys. Rather lovely. Here are a few other items that I've gathered together that kind of have come with the Christmas cards. This picture of Liberace is actually signed in the top right-hand corner there, and a few other pictures and various bits of memorabilia as well. I do hope you've enjoyed this lightning tour of my Liberace Christmas card collection. If you're a collector, or if you've got any information about the cards that I'm missing, or any corrections even to some of the things that I've said, I'd be very, very pleased to hear from you. It's been a lot of fun to collect the cards over the years, and I'm very grateful for the Museum of Cambridge for hosting it. So a very Merry Christmas, and I'll leave you finally with a Joy card.